conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Powell again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Taking a shot on the first play. Makes the catch on the left. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, you want to make a statement early in a game. Your first offensive possession, you go 75 yards for the touchdown. Their opponent right now is literally in shock and awe. They're in disbelief. They don't even know what hit them.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Inside. It's Owens. Looking for room at the 25. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history, finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Reed to throw. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The quick out. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch of this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Reed fires to the right. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll walk that one back. It'll be third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And you see these so much more in college football now. Decisions on fourth down. Listen, when it's fourth and short, and you got a chance to establish yourself, especially physically at the line of scrimmage, field goals are great, but touchdowns win games. And so this first drive, man, assert yourself, be physical, get this fourth down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. Fighting off the defender. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He wants to change this route. To the ground. He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Throwing Reed. Looking left. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack.
He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Red Raiders will snap it on first and 10. He goes right back to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to...
Here's a little room there. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. He dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's first and 10 from the 16. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offensive coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score in this next possession.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Reed. Catch in the middle. It's Craver. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Finds his tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Horton. Shakes a man, and he might... No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He might want another play. Reed to the air again. Snagged in the middle. It's Owens. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Reed, under fire, working the big fella to the corner. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Red Raiders come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Run in the red zone. It's Dickey. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to...
Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Buys a little time. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
That is such a nice example of a quarterback and his tight end being on the same page. A little bit of a scramble drill right there where the quarterback had to get flushed out of the pocket, but his tight end was able to lock up with him, and he was able to mirror him, find an open area downfield. Quarterback makes a nice throw, you make the nice catch, and just like that, offense in the red zone.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Flips it out in the flat. Touchdown, Red Raiders! A great catch and run for 6. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Finds his man. It's Owens.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throwing Reed. to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Owens. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Reed. Bears the pressure. And they got him. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback,
but look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. He wants to go deep. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running inside. It's Dickey. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job of flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to fire deep. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
To the air, it's Hammond. Makes the grab. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Reed to throw. Slings it. With the catch, it's Owens. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
Got his man downfield. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 6 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's Georgia coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way.
He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Hard running there. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense...
Maybe some room here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Gonna let it fly. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They're dealing with a second and long. Reed fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Again, it's Reed. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team?
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. The offense changing the play. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Looking for a deep man. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Send the offense back onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Fires to the right. Hits the open man. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide open. To the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Under fire. Quick completion on the out. On the move at the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Texas A&M going up tempo. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback. And
throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Hey,
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Lee. And the returner will be knocked down. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Out of the gun, here's Quentin Joyner. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Good timing on the quick out. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Motion from the wide receiver. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Dropping back, it's Hammond.
defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Throwing Reed. He put some heat on that one down the middle. He's got it on the outside. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Quickly complete. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to...
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and take it into the end zone.
And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Can do that. I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Here's a heat. He's got it down the left. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got a little grass. Touchdown, Red Raiders! close, and it was lights out after that. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Reed throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Riley. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Texas A&M going quickly, making side adjustments here. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, bridge. Magic.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they get him again. This is...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. 4th down, Reed. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it way down the field. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was 4th and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw's not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance to make a play, and by gosh, they do it.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Quarterback making adjustments.
Joker. Move it.
Here's Reed to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, you've got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. And because of that pass rush, that QB had no shot.
Stack. Go. Ninja. Spade eat.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. It's picked off. 13th time